2K world record. Now, going into this world record, I kind of shat on it. I was kind of like, this is lame. Who cares about a 2K world record? I don't know how fast that is. But then I did some thinking, and I feel like I need to take that back. Because what he ran was insane. Because it's not like the time 4:43, I can't grasp my head around that. But what I can grasp my head around is him running 5 laps in a row, all at like 57 to 55 second pace.
Yeah. Imagine holding on to that.
5 consecutive laps at 57 to 55 second pace. He was, what was his 1,600 meter split? He was like 3:48 through 1,600 meters or something. He closed
something about that.
He closed in 55 seconds. It is unreal. The record was from 1999, and I thought that record was from 1999 because it's a lame record and no one cares about it. But more and more I look at it, it was a record from 1999 because it's legitimately unfathomable to run 57 second to 55 second pace 5 times in a row.
Exactly. It's tough. And I remember last week you were just like, no one cares. But now when you like break it down and you think about the splits, you're like, dang, Jakob like put in some serious work to get there. And he nearly broke it by a second, which was even more fantastic. Went from a 4:44.79 from 1999 to a 4:43.13 over the weekend.
Yeah, so the mile world record is 3:43.
Mm-hmm.
The 2K world record, which is basically one extra lap, is 4:43. So imagine running the world record and then running another 60-second lap.
Absolutely not.
And it got me thinking about, I want a new, we always talk about like, there's like the hour run record, like how far you can run an hour in. I want the world record of how many consecutive laps can you run sub 60.
Interesting.
So I looked into it, right?
Didn't I say last week that there were just interesting world records out there? I did say that.
You're adding a new one. This is the new one we're adding. So I looked at this record doesn't exist. I'm just trying to figure out where it can exist.
Are you going for it?
So no, I can't even break 60 in one lap. Come on. So the mile world record is 3:43, which is 55.7 per lap. Now there's an extra few meters because of the mile, but 55 second per lap. This 2K, where he ran 4:43, it was 56.6 per lap average. Jakob owns the 2 mile record, which is 7:54, which is 59.3 per lap. The 5K world record, held by our boy, oh my goodness, how am I forgetting his name? The Ugandan. Not Kiplimo. Holy crap. How am I forgetting? Cheptegei. I apologize, Joshua.
What?
Joshua, I apologize. Joshua Cheptegei, 10K, 5K world record holder. He broke it like 2 years ago. In the 5K, he ran 12:35, which is 12 and a half laps, just over 3 miles. 60.4 was his average.
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah.
There's that moment at the 3 mile mark where breaking 60 every lap becomes like the barrier. So we know someone can do it through 8 laps. We know someone almost did it through 12 and a half laps. So we're thinking,
what is it?
Is it 9, 10, like when? Now the thing though about Cheptegei's 5K record is that he didn't run everything even. So there could have been a lap where he was over and then under, over, under. So you have to break 59.99 every lap. You can't have like 61, then 58, 61, 58.
That's interesting.
So I'm thinking like, all right, we know someone can do 8 laps because we saw 7:54. We know that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think 9 laps is possible. I think somewhere around 10 or 11 laps is where running consecutive 59s becomes the moment. And I want to see Jakob and Cheptegei, two men in their prime, just go for this. It's like, hey guys, we saw breaking 2. We saw the whole thing with Kipchoge. We need breaking 60 times 12. I'm still workshopping the title of the because breaking 60 times 12 sounds like a bad algebra problem.
Yes.
But breaking 60 times 12, presented by Wonderful Pistachios. We'll get Wonderful Pistachios to sponsor this attempt, and to see how many consecutive laps we can see Cheptegei and Ingebrigtsen run until they don't break 60.
That'd be really interesting. That would be.
I think the over-under would be set at
Like,
10
I'm
and a
also
half?
trying to think about how this would be done. Like, you
I
would
think
have
11.
to do it. Like, you would need fully automatic timing. This is not something where we can just, sit randomly at a
Yeah,
random
you
plate.
can. I mean,
Like, you would have to.
you can easily do it. There's splits. There's people that split stuff.
Right.
I just the thing that the
But the thing
complicated
is, you
part.
can't just be like, we're going to go out and run a 5K. Like, there's an incentive. Like, each lap has to be under 60 seconds. So.
And you'll treat it like you just have to.
Yeah.
I just think it'll be interesting to see who could hold on and if someone could get to 11 or 12 laps. I think Jakob and Cheptegei could get to 10 laps. I think 10 laps is doable. That's a 4K. The guy ran 4:43. He can run a 10-minute 4K.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be able to run a 10-minute 4K. That sounds so weird. 10-minute 4K? I don't even know what that means. And this is we know track's in a weird spot where the championships are over and now we're talking about 10-minute 4Ks.
Yes.
Which just makes no sense. But I think it'll be fun to see if you get to 10 or 11. I don't know. Just 10 or 11 minutes. I think at the 12-minute mark is when he start falling. 11-minute mark is when he start falling apart. 11 minutes of sub-60s is when it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I think it would be interesting because, like, when you think of, like, the 5K, right? Like, there's a destination. Like, this is how many laps I'm doing it in. But this is, like, complete opposite. It's like, okay, you're holding that cadence, that rhythm for as long as you, like, that would just be a whole mental, that's a mental
There's
race.
no finish
for sure.
line.
There's no finish line.
The finish line is just chasing you.
Yes.
You're trying to get away from the finish line. The finish line's
Yes.
behind you the entire time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we want to see that. Cheptegei, Jakob, 2025.
So I feel like you should make this happen.
We're going to make it happen.
No, you should make this happen.
I'll make it happen.
Yes.
Well, you got to help out. You
Okay,
don't
I'll
want to
help
be a part
out.
of
I'll
it?
assist. No, I'll help out. I think yes. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Let's
And
make
then
it
we can
happen.
get like a celebrity pacer every lap who can run a 60-second lap.
Yes.
And we'll do like a tryout for like a fan to lap to pace the first lap.
Fan.
We'll do a giant worldwide search. Everyone's got to submit them running a sub-60 400 to prove that you can do it.
Yeah.
And then we take the one who had the best TikTok dance after it. I don't know. We're trying to appease to the younger generation here. Anyway, enough of that. Jakob, very impressive. Excited to see him in this Diamond League. If he does the 5K, 15, we're not sure yet, but he didn't get that win in the 15, but clearly he's one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. Just he happened to lose the world championship.
Right.